Hey, 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 hey. Now you hear me. Do you hear me now? You guys hear me now? Now we have audio. All right. Morning. Hey, 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 hey. Good morning. Monday. I hope you guys had an Easter of some variety that was nice. And I hope you're getting through this whole period with at least a modicum of grace, because I know it's rough. I freaked out yesterday, and it was just over nothing. It was just over nothing. I just kind of, it all sort of crested, and I was just like, ah. I think a lot of it right now, too, is because of these podcasts. I think for years I assumed that I would never talk about them. I would never go into the story behind any of these things. You know, I was afraid of it. So by doing it, all of a sudden I'm like, oh shit, now we have to do this. And the thing about it is, once you start, you can't stop. So I gotta finish them, because leaving it at the stages that they are at doesn't complete the story. The whole thing is supposed to keep going up to the point where Empath was released. And the idea is that the path that all these records follow end in a place that's productive, because it has. But I still have to go through, you know, Terria and Alien and SYL and then through all the DTP stuff, and you know, I feel like I have to really think about it, especially after the physicist one. I felt after that I was just like, not shook up by it, but I'm like, man, you got to pull back a bit and try and figure out what your motivation for doing this is. And I realized through that the motivation is the primary thing that I'm trying to get across. So today, I figured that I just have some coffee and I play some guitar and answer some questions, and then I'll get back into creating music later this week. I have just been sick of it. You ever get that? Where you're working on something creative, and then one day you're just like, oh, I fucking hate this. I don't want to do this anymore. And then you go through 3 or 4 days of thinking what alternate employment would entail, until you realize that, nah, you're just tired. Or not even tired. You're just, you're sick of it. What I tend to do during those times is I end up playing bass, thinking I'm going to join a band. So, happens all the time to you? Right on. Every week. Creative process is hard. Yeah, but you know, I was thinking this morning as well, after the physicist thing, I really started wondering. I'm like, man, the way that you're expressing these lyrics and everything, it's with such a sense of self-importance that it's nauseating. So what is your intention for doing this? What is your intention for doing music in the first place? How much of it is just attention? And that's something I'm hoping to get into a little bit more when it comes to Terria, because that was a big part of it. But I think after that, I started feeling like, why is everything so fucking hard all the time? Like, why is everything so psychologically intense? Why is it all so intense? And then I stumbled upon something randomly in a book this morning while I was on the shitter. And it said if you really want to pursue the idea of purity, or not purity, but to polish off the rough edges of your trip, then the only thing that takes those edges off is that conflict. So I felt like I could rationalize it there. No, this isn't a Fender Telly. This is the Sadowski Telly. I've been playing this one for a long time. Sadowski's now a part of Framus, so these are the two guitars that I use. Basically, I use the Framus Stormbender, and I use this Sadowski Telecaster, of which I've got two of them, because special pants. Okay, so somebody has made a comment here. Thanks for that, brother. Somebody has made a comment here about the video quality. So for the show on Saturday, I am setting up in here, and I'm gonna put, like, I've got a whole thing worked out, but I have had to get better cameras, and it's been a nightmare because everything's sold out everywhere. So, but I've got a solution, and I'm talking to Stream It today, and I'm going to set it up so I can go between different cameras while I'm playing, because I like the idea of doing it entirely on my own. But for today, I'm still rolling this horrible webcam that looks like we're in a sandstorm, but it will be changed very soon. Let's see. So let's get some questions here. And I hope you guys are doing okay. And I also feel that although this is a crazy time, it's a good opportunity for us to maybe go inside our own process a little bit. What's your thought for a young musician right now? What advice would you give them, especially during COVID? I think the most important thing is making sure that what you do in private is the same as what you're trying to put across in public. You know, if your intention is to try and uncover parts of your trip that are causing you stress or whatever, and that's what your music ends up being about, and I'm using this as an example for myself, then you know what I'm going to do? I don't like where I'm sitting. I am going to hang up, and I'm going to change the place that I'm sitting, because I feel like I'm not thinking properly. Give me 2.5 minutes, okay? I'll be back. 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes, 2.5 minutes. Let's see, what time is it now? 12:08. So by 12:11, okay,